Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's do the review of these true wireless earbuds from Blaupunkt. The model name is BTW-01, and it comes in this box, and these are the earbuds itself. And let me actually talk first about the pricing. The MRP is around 6,000, but I've seen this to be sold around 5,000. But generally on Amazon sales, this price goes down to about 4,400 or something with offers. So again, so here I'll just keep the box to the side, and let's look at this. And as you can see, this is the box, and this opens actually. And if it's charging, it denotes we also have LEDs on this, so it's red, it's charging right now. And we have this has an inbuilt battery, and if you look at it back here, you charge this via the micro USB port, and it's supposed to give you about 20 hours of battery. It can charge approximately about 4 times with this one. And the battery life of these earbuds itself, while you're listening to music and stuff, they claim about 6 hours, but I was getting about 4 to 4.5 hours. Again, it'll depend upon the volume levels and stuff. So this is how you add, and you just put it back for it to charge. So this is the physical overview that you're getting. Overall, it's good, I would say, but this top portion, I would say, is a little bit more plasticky. Yes, the entire casing is plastic, like most of the buds, but this, I felt this hinge could have been slightly better. That's the only problem that I have with this one. And also here, this is actually again an LED light. If you put the micro USB port, and if it's charging, this will glow in red color. So that's regarding the physical overview. Now let's talk about these earbuds. How do they sound? What do I feel about them? Because I've now used them quite a bit, and as you can see, these are very tiny. It just goes inside your ear like this, and this one also goes like this. It started playing. Let me just mute the sound. So I'm just done that, and it pairs actually with just one device at a time. If you are expecting it to pair with 2 devices, no, only one. But again, the connection is strong, and as you can see, they're just sort of invisible like this. And personally, for me, I didn't have to change the ear tips and stuff. You get some extra ear tips in the, and for me, in normal usage, the fit was good, and even if you shake your head like this, it doesn't fall. So that's good. And if you notice over here, we have this touch sensitive area, and this is actually touch sensitive, and you pause your music via that, move to the next track with double taps, triple taps. So again, it takes a little bit time to get used to it, but again, it's actually pretty sensitive. So it works like this. We have it on both the ends like this, and as you can see, it's paired. So it was just blinking in blue color, so it shows that it is paired. So now if we talk about the battery life, as I've told you, they claim about 6. You should get about roughly 4 to 4.5 hours. And as these are Bluetooth headset, another important thing is, what is the range? Here I'm happy to say that the range on this one is actually really good. Again, in this room I can walk around, obviously no issues, but even when I moved to the next room, it did not disconnect, and it was connected. So that way it is good. Also, it does have a built-in microphone on this one, and I could take a lot of calls. But the thing is that the left earbud is the master earbud, so for calls, only that one was sounding. In fact, many people like to take calls like this. You don't want two of the buds like this in your ears. Maybe you're working, you want to hear stuff what others are saying. So you can just put the left earbuds, because that's the master one, and using this one only, you can actually what do you say, take calls and stuff. But again, make sure the master one is plugged in, because only the left earbud is actually the master. It's just written here left and right. So that is something many of you have asked me, can we take calls so with just single? Yes, you can actually do that. Now, okay, that's everything about it. But again, these are earbuds, so how do they actually sound? That's the most important thing according to me. And in this department, I would say it's actually really good. Microphone, as I've told you, I didn't personally have a problem regarding the microphone indoors, but if you are taking calls outside and it's a lot windy, yes, the wind noise can come, so that can be a little bit of a factor. But again, indoors, I did not have a problem with the microphone, and the other parties actually told me that I was sounding very, very clear. Unlike with some Bluetooth headsets, people say that you're not clear. That is not the case. But again, outside, wind noise is an issue. You have to be careful. Now let's talk about the sound, which I feel is the most important part. And here I would say these actually impressed me. I didn't expect this much, but it performed much better than I expected for the price. First, let's talk about the bass. The bass, I would say, is more emphasized. Oops, I'm getting a call. I'll just reject that. Sorry about that. The bass is actually more emphasized on this one. It's slightly boosted, I would say, which many of you will actually like. So the bass is definitely boosted, but again, it's not very boomy or something like that. It's actually very well done. I personally feel that the bass is slightly more emphasized. I would go on an equalizer and drop it a little bit, but for most of you, because I know most of the Indian users like that higher bass, you'll really like the bass on this one. So if I have to rate it on bass, I would say I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. I'm cutting slight points because I felt the bass is slightly more boosted to my personal preference, but again, I would say most of you would like it. Now when you talk about the mid-tones, that is actually really good, vocals and stuff. Here I would say it is done very well, and I would rate it as high as 9 out of 10. And also coming to the treble tones, they are very well produced. It's not harsh. Again, that is also very well done. I would rate it 9 out of 10. And also in terms of the sound stage that you're getting, the sound stage is very, very well done on this. Certainly, I would say in terms of sound, I was impressed with this one, because I was not expecting this that much, because I also have the Galaxy Buds that cost almost twice of this one. That's about 10,000 rupees, and they simply do not sound as good as this one. So in terms of sound department, they are very good. I would rate it as high as about 9 out of 10. But again, these are not without its flaws. So let me talk about some of the flaws that I have noticed. As I mentioned, the left earbud is the master earbud on this one. So again, while pairing everything, use that one first, otherwise you'll have issues with the pairing, and once that is paired, it will automatically connect to the right one. Also, I've noticed this one, when you take calls, for me it was coming only with the master earbud, that was the left one, and when you cut the call, it reverts back to the music if you are listening to it. But again, it was reverting, it was obviously coming from the left one because that was the master, but it was switching to the right one after a second. So there was a second delay when it was switching. So that is something that I have noticed again and again when I was taking calls and switching back to the music. It automatically switches back to the music you're playing. After a second, it starts to the right one. So that is something jarring that I've noticed, very peculiar with this one, but that I have noticed again and again on this one. And as I've mentioned, the plastic case, it's okay, but again, this could have been better. The top, this feels very flimsy to me, but apart from that, it was actually really good. And also, I do not like the fact that it's having a micro USB port. They should have gone with the USB Type-C on this one. And again, it will take you a couple of hours to get used to this, because the entire thing actually works with this touch. And one unique thing that I found is that on many of these wireless earbuds, generally you can't swap and keep them. Only the right goes in the right and left on this, but on this one you can keep it anyway. So you get confused which one is the left and right. So you have to look at it, which one is the left. So for example, this is the different one. So that is, again, you have to be careful. And obviously when you're pairing or doing anything, use the left one first, because that is the master one. That was my overall review of this one. And if I have to rate it overall, I would rate it 9 out of 10. Again, this is sold in India via Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description below. Anyways, guys, if you are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. And what do you guys think about this Blaupunkt wireless earbuds? Do let me know in the comment section. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.